Hey friends, welcome back to Saving Grace Homestead. I'm Krista, and it is getting cold today, or this evening I should say. It's starting to be evening time. It is getting cold. We're supposed to get some snow tonight and hopefully several inches tomorrow. So the kids are excited about that, and so we were just trying to get a few quick things done today. No big projects today, just a couple little things, but come along, let me show you what we're doing. Okay, so in our last video, if you saw our last video, the kids were picking up block and stuff from around we had a big pile of block on the property that was just in the way, and it was a mess. The property had a ton of junk on it when we bought it, just random things, and so we've been slowly but surely trying to clean that up and get the property ready to be usable. So the kids were having a fun time with the big cart and grabbing all those concrete block pieces for a project that we were working on. We have completed that project, and so I just wanted to kind of show you what we're doing. My husband and I put together a shed from Home Depot, and of course we're trying to do things as inexpensive as possible. So we bought one of those like $400 put it together yourself metal sheds, and we were hoping for the best. So we didn't kill each other. It was great. We did great together. So we got that all put up, and I think it's probably the first thing that we have built together probably ever. So we are pretty proud. It's a small thing, but we're pretty proud. So I'll just show you really quick the shed and explain to you what we were doing with those cement blocks. Here are the broken blocks. We laid those as a foundation so that we wouldn't have to use as much rock, and that does go all the way underneath this shed. Here's the shed that we put together, and I just had to show you this cute little light, this solar light that my husband got on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below, but it does light up really well. Okay, so one of the things that I noticed when we were done with our rock project and trying to clean up some of the trash that we were finding in the yard, and by in the yard I mean actually like in the ground. There's so much junk. There's one area that just, it looks like it was used as a small landfill or something. So we were going around and trying to pick up plastic pieces and old plastic bottles and just junk that's in the ground, so that at some point that ground can actually be usable. But as we were finished kind of cleaning up, before I run in and go do dinner, I noticed that some of my little plants were coming up. So I have some strawberry plants that have been in these containers since we lived in our house, and the strawberry plants, some of them are still a little green or becoming green again, because up to this point we've actually had a very unusually warm winter. It's been more like springtime, and so I started to wonder if we were going to get a winter at all. But last week, I think it was last week, we did get a good bit of snow, and we're supposed to be getting snow here starting tonight, and I think all the way through the next couple days possibly. So we'll see. We never know. They give us predictions, but we never know until it actually happens. So we're excited and looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I noticed that my strawberries are doing pretty well. Some of them I planted, or I put some starts that somebody had given me into a couple of these pots, and a couple of the starts don't look like they really took before the cold weather hit. But one of them does look like it's doing well, so we'll see come springtime if those come up and how those do. I noticed that my little daffodil bulbs, which I had 2 of these containers, and I just threw them on top of my strawberry plant containers when we moved. They just got set outside and left while we've been trying to take care of more important things, and so we just left them and forgot about them. But I walked by and noticed that they are actually starting to get green and getting little green shoots coming up, and I went to pick them up to look at them, and they have actually started growing roots down into the strawberry plant containers, and that is not where I want them to live. That's not going to be their home. So I thought before spring does come and before these get any more rooted, I need to go ahead and give them their own little home to grow in. So this is not going to be their permanent home, but this one did not have a plant in it, and so I'm going to go ahead and take these and give them a place to grow and to snuggle in until spring does come and we have time to plant them where we actually want to plant them. So we were waiting for, you don't really want to plant some things like pretty flowers and stuff until you have a house to put them around, and right now we don't have that. So we did get good news on that this week. We did find out we are approved for the loan that we needed to get to put a house on this property, so we were excited about that. We've got to wait on a few details to come in, an appraisal on the land and things like that. So while we wait for all of that, we're going to continue to work on some of these little projects. Whew. But as soon as we get all that finalized, those details finalized, I will fill you in on the journey that it took for us to actually start getting a home on this property. So we're looking forward to that though. But in the meantime, I'm going to put these pretty yellow daffodils in here and keep them cozy until we can get that house on the property, or until we know for sure that it is coming and it's going where we want it to go, and then we'll go ahead and think about where flowers are going to go. So I'm just trying to get these, not squish these roots too much, just get them, like I said, snuggled in. I don't want them to get too rooted in my strawberry plant and then shock them too much by pulling them up come spring when everything really starts to take off. So, ooh, throwing dirt. See, look at those little green shoots coming up here. Got several of them. And then this one is one of the strawberry runners that was given to me to try to plant and see if it would take off. It's looking a little sad, but of course it is winter. There is a little bit of green on it, so we shall see if that ends up taking off come spring, or if it's going to just die out on me. These are ones that I had back when we were living in our house. So these ones I know will come back, and we'll just have to kind of clear out a lot of this dead stuff. But these ones have not been great producers for me. But I'm hoping that maybe if I can get them into their own little spot in the ground, that will change. We'll see. So it is getting colder out here. The temperature is continuing to drop. My hands are freezing, and it is time for me to head in and make some dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and head in and do that. But hopefully this week we will get some good news about the house and progress on that front. And well, I'll make another video filling you in on that journey and where we're at, what's next with that project. So stay warm, y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for following along.